Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Velocity Seller podcast. I am your host, Velocity Pete, and today I am joined by, I almost said Adam Levine. I almost said it. Today I'm joined by Jordyn Levine, cooler than Adam Levine. She's here with Carbon6, and we're going to talk a little bit more about what Carbon6 does, some of the different tools, and how you as an Amazon and really an e-commerce seller can leverage a lot of their services to help you grow your business. So Jordyn, thank you so much for joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Pete. Really excited to be here. As you know, I'm a big fan of Velocity Sellers, so very exciting to be here on the podcast to speak to some sellers. So yes, my name is Jordyn Levine. I don't know if I'm cooler than Adam Levine or not, but we'll leave that one up to debate. But my name is Jordyn Levine. I am an enterprise account executive at Carbon6. I've been here for just about a year and a half, and I spend my days talking to incredible sellers, agencies, aggregators to really support sellers navigating the Amazon world in 2024, which we all know is ever evolving.
Exactly. No, I know. And the feeling is mutual. We're big fans of Carbon6. We definitely appreciate all the work you guys help us with our partners and all the data you can provide to us. So I'm excited to get more into kind of what you guys do and really more about, again, some of the different services that you offer for these different sellers. So first things first, I'd love to hear more about really your journey with Carbon6 and maybe a little bit more about just Carbon6 in general.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. So Carbon6, we are like a software aggregator. So essentially, my awesome founders, they went out to the market and they realized that the Amazon software world was super fragmented, right? So we have sellers, agencies using one tool for keyword research, another tool for reimbursements, another tool for PPC, another tool for inventory management, another tool for ranking. So a very, very fragmented market. Sellers, agencies need all these things to succeed, yet they're all over the place. So the whole goal of Carbon6 is to make life easier for sellers. Rather than sellers, agencies having to go talk to 10 different people at 10 different companies to get the services they need, Carbon6 has essentially acquired a ton of these different tools and put them under one roof. So we have about 18 different softwares that make Carbon6. And our whole goal is to simplify life for sellers. So you can talk to, one person like me who can help you with your ranking, who can help you with your reimbursements, who can help you with your inventory management. So our goal is to create an ecosystem for Amazon sellers and agencies where we can help with everything.
Sweet. Yeah, I know that sounds, I'm sure that all the people listening are very enticed by that. That sounds very appealing. I know everyone loves a good one-stop shop for taking care of a lot of different things all at one time. So we at Velocity Sellers definitely enjoy having that as well. And some of the things that we as an agency will use Carbon6 for, especially as the big one is right now is PixelMe. And really focusing on driving some external traffic and really moving some ads through there and driving some just people to your Amazon listing. So first things first, Jordyn, I'd love to go more into about PixelMe. What is the service? How do you guys operate? How do you use it? What are the benefits for sellers? And really anything else we can talk about for the importance really of using Google Ads to leverage your Amazon traffic.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. So PixelMe, that's exactly what it is. So PixelMe, it's a patented software created by Carbon6 where we manage, create, launch, and optimize Google Ads. So I'm sure you're super familiar with, but PPC is getting more expensive by the day. And I'm sure all the sellers listening, you guys are probably nodding your heads. PPC prices are getting higher and higher, and a lot of sellers are ending up with more sales being paid than not, right? Really just fighting for that spot through PPC. So what PixelMe does, it gives sellers another way to diversify, to drive external traffic, to get organic sales rather than just those paid sales that you're getting through your PPC. So external traffic is a really, really big thing for Amazon. Amazon really values external traffic. When Amazon sees that, you're sending external traffic to Amazon, they reward you with a boost in ranking. As a seller, you're constantly competing with other sellers selling the same type of product as you. You have your competition, and Amazon, they also have their competition, right? Amazon's competition is those other marketplaces. So Amazon wants to ensure that people are buying from Amazon, not from all these other search engines. So when you're a seller and you're driving that traffic to Amazon, Amazon rewards you and they give you that boost in organic ranking and they give you the 10% brand referral bonus. So PixelMe, we utilize Amazon attribution to drive offsite traffic to Amazon to boost your organic ranking.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't have to take, our word for it. There are so many studies on the internet that really prove it. And what it comes down to, Pete, it's that Amazon A10 algorithm. So the Amazon A10 algorithm basically shows that offsite sales and external traffic driven to your listing allows Amazon to better understand how your customers are engaging with your products, gives Amazon more ways to optimize search relevancy. So when you're doing that, Amazon loves it. So that really is what PixelMe is doing.
It's funny you mentioned A10. We just had an episode that we recorded yesterday with Max Sinclair, who works for eContent. Yes, and he talks about he talked a lot about AI and sort of the mystery behind the A10 algorithm and that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting that you brought that up. It's funny, there was a small Amazon world, I guess, technically. But yeah, no, we definitely love the idea of external traffic, even just from anywhere, especially from Google Ads, because of course. I think a lot of product searches, I think it's over 2/3 now of product searches begin on Amazon, maybe even more than that. But Google is still, a third, and that's still billions of searches, I'm sure, a week, maybe millions and even more than that a day of things that could be related to your product that you could be missing out on because you're not on Google. So I know I definitely understand the importance of running those Google ads. And it's great that you guys have, the ability to sort of track the different data and track the different metrics. I'm curious to hear more about that too, like what you guys look at and how you determine, what kind of campaigns are working and how to determine which ones aren't and really where to move stuff around.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something good that you touched on there. So how to decide what campaigns are working, what's not. So what I'll say is not every single product is going to be a great fit for PixelMe. PixelMe, we can take a great product and create incredible results, but we do need, a great base of a product. So when we're looking at ASINs for PixelMe, the awesome thing is we have our expert team of Google specialists here, and we'll look through the ASIN. So we'll look at your ASIN, we'll look at your competitor ASINs, we'll look at the Amazon search volume, we'll look at the Google search volume to determine, is this a good fit for PixelMe? And are we going to crush it with PixelMe? So when it comes to PixelMe, you got to have a competitive product to begin with. So we typically like to see products that have, at least 4.3 stars, high impulse purchases, branded keywords work really incredibly. So if you're a brand, people know your brand, if people are going to Google and they're typing up your brand and we're driving them to Amazon, that's going to be incredible as well. Also, expensive items, if you're selling items that are a little bit more on the expensive side, those can be great for PixelMe because with that brand referral bonus, looking at your blended ACoS, things will balance out pretty nicely and you can even make some profit.
Yeah, I definitely see we sometimes when we just, even us on our own using the brand referral bonus, either on like the company's social media, we'll sometimes see that their brand referral bonus will pay for their advertising cost almost, where it's like really, really offsets it. So selling a product over $100 gets you, $10 or more on the brand referral bonus. So definitely something that, is a nice benefit if you're expensive.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, right? Like if you're, we usually start with like a base of $25 a day for the Google ad spend. So we have some clients who, they have products that are in that $100 range. They're spending $25 a day of Google ad spend. With PixelMe boosting the ranking, driving that external traffic, the sales velocity is going up, right? So when that sales velocity is going up, you're making the 10% brand referral bonus. Like the goal is for us really to be able to give you that infinite ROAS, just constant return on ad spend and a very, very low ACoS.
Exactly. Now it really helps. And I mean, it definitely helps that if you're expensive product, but it's not necessarily locked in if you're an expensive product. I see some people doing the brand referral bonus that sell for like $30, and sure, you're only making $3 a sale, but those do start to add up, and that does definitely help offset even some of the Amazon costs, like the referral fee and your FBA cost if you use that. So it's definitely not worth it. It's still worth it to do it if you're not a $100 product.
Oh, 100%. And the majority of the clients we work with, they don't have products that are $100. And, these sellers, they see just such an increase in rank in that organic lift. And I always say, what my brain thinks of to type up to search for a product might be different keywords than someone else's brain thinks to type up for a product. So what we're able to do with PixelMe is we really do this like reverse ASIN search. So we determine the keywords that people are typing up into Google to buy from your competitors on Amazon, so we can ultimately rank you for those keywords and get you an organic lift on those keywords. So PixelMe, as much as it is, patented software, we also have a pretty incredible team of in-house Google specialists that are going to constantly optimize the bids. And like, as you know, P, with like some of your clients, like we're constantly in there updating the bids. We see some keywords are doing well, we'll double down and increase on those keywords and remove the budget on the keywords that aren't performing.
Exactly. And you guys do, to kind of go back a step or two, you guys do a nice, good audit on the account. So obviously you're looking, like you mentioned, you're looking for things like a good review, maybe good content. Is there anything else that you look for in a listing or on an ASIN, maybe even on Google beforehand, that you're determining whether or not this would be a good fit for PixelMe?
Yeah, so it's a really good question, Pete. So what's really important to us is search volume. If we're driving traffic to a keyword that doesn't have very much search volume, it's simply not going to perform. So we kind of do this comprehensive audit. We'll look at your keywords, we'll look at your ASIN, and we'll look at the search volume of all these different keywords. And like, it's really interesting because a lot of the time, people notice like, wow, my competitor is ranking for this keyword that I'm not even ranking for. And what that does, it puts things in perspective for sellers and allows them to kind of open up their eyes to what else could be ranking for. And I have some clients, who are completely unranked for a keyword. They're like, oh, wow, that's a great keyword. That's a keyword that we for sure should be ranking for, but they're not even ranked. And then with PixelMe, we start driving the traffic to that keyword. We've had some incredible success getting people in the top 10 for keywords that they were completely unranked for. Which is really, really important when you're trying to grow your sales.
Yeah. No, I know that feeling of when I do an audit for somebody that comes in and it's something like umbrellas and they're not even ranking for like rain protection or something so important to their product, and they're just not showing up there. And it breaks my heart to tell them that, but it's just what it is. So I know that not only is you get the brand referral bonus, but also driving external traffic is great for, like you said, increasing that keyword ranking.
Yeah, 100%. And like I always say, like the brand referral bonus is the cherry on top. Like the real value of PixelMe is to increase that organic ranking, which is going to get you the sales velocity. If you can get the brand referral bonus too, incredible. But really PixelMe, like our whole goal is to increase your organic rank. And like, the average click-through rate for Google Ads is anywhere between that 2 to 5%. And with PixelMe campaigns, we're seeing, a much more increased click-through rate. We're looking at like 7 to 10% because because what we're doing is we're finding these keywords and we're carefully vetting over 100 keywords per ASIN to ensure that we're targeting the right keywords. So because we're able to target those high intentional keywords, our click-through rate is going to be higher and our conversion rate is going to be higher.
It's crazy. I know that it's not like a huge like numeric jump, but that little increase could definitely make a huge difference in anybody's sales or monthly recordings, or how much they're willing to invest back into Amazon to grow the business a little bit more. So it is a big deal. So that's a really nice sounding conversion rate increase. So yeah, no, we love PixelMe. Like I said, I'm a big fan. I love that we get to utilize the brand referral bonus more than just on the company's social media. Sometimes they don't even have that. So really all around, just a great service that we definitely are appreciative of. So
yeah. Well, we love working with you, and you have some pretty incredible clients with some great products.
Yes, we do.
And go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we've seen pretty awesome results with your clients in specific, but I know we have one of your clients. We started off with one ASIN, and after seeing so much success, we kind of jumped 2 ASINs, and we really saw that boost in ranking, which reflects in the overall sales. And the other thing I want to add, Pete, is that when we launch a PixelMe campaign, we go broad, right? We're optimizing for clicks. The whole goal is to get as many clicks as possible. And then, after the first 30 days or so, that learning phase of Google, we switch to a maximize for conversion. So the whole goal is, collect all that data, understand all those broad search terms. After we understand that, we switch to our exact match strategy. And that's when we're really able to optimize for conversion. So doubling down on those high intentional keywords. And I know your client, they had a big boost in the organic ranking, and we're able to make some significant money with that brand referral bonus.
Sweet. That's great to hear. Like I said, I love just hearing about the success of this thing, because I can't get enough of it. I really think that Google is, and I know the external traffic, Amazon said this back in like February or March, that 2024 was going to be the year of external traffic. They were going to make sure that, they're really focusing on rewarding people, like you said, for driving that in there and getting them away from their competitors. So I'm excited to, again, just keep using this, keep sending people your way to help grow their business, grow their ranking, and get that BFB.
100%.
BRB. Yeah.
BRB.
The F in referral is stronger than the R.
For sure.
It comes out a little bit of phonics.
Yeah, but no, PixelMe, it's awesome. And like the nice thing is, it pairs nicely with our other tools as well. We have clients running DSP. And then, of course, we have, our cost recovery solutions, where I always say, like, let's get you some money back. And then we can always reinvest it into PixelMe. So really within Carbon6, you can move things around to really grow your business.
Yeah, I'd love to hear more about both of those. Really, we start with DSP. I mean, I'd love to hear more about how the DSP service works, kind of what you guys, obviously DSP is DSP, but what are you guys doing on there that really helps your clients and any seller that wants to learn more about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I always say, like, DSP, we're doubling down on external traffic, right? PixelMe, we're taking Google search traffic, Facebook search traffic, driving it to Amazon. With DSP, we're targeting the whole internet. So it's pretty awesome. But Carbon6, we actually have an Amazon DSP seat, which gives us access to over 2,000 placements on Amazon, utilizing Amazon's first-party data.
Wow.
So let's say, you're a seller and you're selling supplements, and, I'm on the internet, have maybe a health thing going on, and I'm reading through WebMD. We can actually have a DSP placement on WebMD targeting you to that supplement.
Wow.
So DSP, we can get pretty fancy with the traffic, and DSP really doubles down on retargeting. So we have a lot of clients who use PixelMe with DSP together. And it's like, hey, you look at a product on Amazon, and then you're just going to be completely retargeted. So we're able to really double down. If you're wearing those cool pink headset, we're going to be able to target you because we know you're the kind of guy to buy a cool pink headset.
I love my rose gold. I think it's a great color. I remember
I'm with you.
I remember back in the day, I'm aging myself here, when I was just, I think in high school, maybe when Apple released the rose gold phone, and I knew my phone contract was expiring at the end of the year or whatever, so I knew I had to get one. It's just a nice solid color. I don't care what anybody says about the masculinity of it or whatever. I like this color. So
I'm with you. I'm an advocate for the rose gold myself.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It adds a certain je ne sais quoi to the workday.
And French. Hey, if you're buying many things that are rose gold, well, then we could be targeting you with rose gold. So if you see DSP targeting you with rose gold, it's probably DSP.
It's probably you guys at Carbon6. You got a rose gold client that needs to move some more product, and they're funneling it towards me.
100%. You're the right guy to send it to.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. No. Like I said, DSP is really cool. I really enjoy that retargeting aspect of it, and just, again, more brand referral bonus, more external traffic. As I said, doubling down. It's interesting too. You mentioned Facebook. I don't know if you guys are doing anything with the whole Facebook Meta integration with Amazon now that you can buy. I don't know if you've even tried that on your end personally, but how you can buy things right off of Facebook now from Amazon. It's like you don't have to click and go to Amazon. It's almost like Amazon has their own little store within Facebook. I don't know if you've seen that or play around with that with any of your services, but that was huge news a while ago. So I'm curious to hear more about that from your end.
100%. And also TikTok Shop, Meta, it's pretty incredible to see the way Amazon is integrating themselves into these other tools. And I'm sure we're only going to see more of that, Pete. I have no doubt that there's going to be more of that. And with
Absolutely.
Amazon attribution, I'm sure Amazon will find a way to get all that traffic back to Amazon. Um, but yeah, with DSP, we're really targeting all over the internet. So that could be on Facebook as well, of course.
Yeah. I love those Facebook. I did have to try it one time. I did buy something from a
Did
Facebook
you?
Amazon ad. I had to try it. I had to see if it was really. I knew it was legit because it's Facebook and Amazon, but
Facebook and Amazon.
two tech giants, Mark and Zuck and Bezos, sharing
For sure.
clinking glasses on their super yachts. But in any case, I definitely gonna try it. It really worked really well. So any Amazon seller out there that's hesitant on doing that, if you have access to it, I would recommend trying it. It does work, and it is cool, especially now that it's still kind of in the early stages. I guess it's only a couple months old.
Yeah.
So maybe some people are a little hesitant to maybe tap it, unlike me, and try it out. But definitely was worth a click.
Yeah, I got to give it a click. I got to give that a try. I have yet to do it, but I mean, I like shopping. I like Amazon. I like shopping on Amazon.
Yep.
So if Facebook can make it even easier for me to do it, I'm all in.
Might as well. Yeah, while I'm looking up people's birthdays. Sorry, all my friends and family out there. I know a decent amount of birthdays, but I do rely on Facebook for that just to make sure I'm not missing none. What do you call it? Slip through the cracks. So
no, it happens. I will say as time goes on and I don't use Facebook as much as I used to, I do miss out on some birthdays. So thank you for reminding me to check Facebook and make sure I got all those birthdays in my calendar.
Yeah, sometimes I'll check like at the beginning of the month and it'll tell you, oh, birthday's this month. I'm like, all right, cool, sweet, I'm on it.
Ready to go.
Yeah, but moving a little bit into the other part of the other piece of the puzzle you mentioned there was sort of seller investigators and the reimbursement services. This is a pretty hot topic right now because Amazon, if you don't know out there viewing, Amazon has changed the reimbursement window from 18 months to, I believe it's 6.
Two.
Blanking.
Even
it's
less
2 now, right? Even worse than I would have guessed.
Even worse for sellers.
I try to give them a little credit, Amazon, but they're taking it into their own hands. They're making it 2 months now, and so you could potentially be missing out when they make that change on 16 months of money that Amazon owes you because you didn't check it out. You didn't get it checked, or you didn't use any kind of external service like seller investigators from Carbon6. Little plug there to understand if the money was there or not. So I'm sort of skipping ahead a little bit, but I'd love to hear more about seller investigators, kind of what you guys do, and really the whole idea of this reimbursement window.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. Yes, definitely a very, very hot topic right now in the Amazon seller space. So FBA reimbursements, if you're selling through FBA, I would be shocked if you haven't had an FBA discrepancy. I think sellers, we know it's kind of something that just happens, necessary evil of working with Amazon. So just quick overview for anyone who's not familiar. When you're sending your products into FBA as a 3P seller, things can go wrong in those Amazon warehouses, right? I'm sure we can all imagine how many products are in there, how many people are in there, and I can't even imagine it. It's got to be a wild time in there.
Well, I just heard that Amazon as a company employs, I want to say their employee count, I have to maybe fact check myself, but I want to say it was around 2 million. They have, as of February of 2024, they have 1.5 million employees. Now, obviously, all of those people are not in the warehouse. But you figure how many people that are of that 1 million are warehouse operators. I would think it's a lot, compared to like the corporate and the C-suite people. So yeah, 1.5 million. That's probably more than like some small countries. So
that is for sure.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow, when you put it like that, Pete, it's
that nutty.
It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. And I just saw my first Amazon Prime plane. I don't know if you've ever seen a Prime plane.
Not. That's crazy.
But I was like, this is wild.
I love it. I'm ready for the drone.
Me too. Are you kidding?
Drop something off on my doorstep. Like,
what would they call that? Like Prime Speed? Like I think faster than Prime.
I think it's called Amazon Prime Air, if I'm not mistaken. I think I put that in one of my Amazon Jeopardy things that I did here as like a fun. What do you call it? It's like a team building thing I did at Amazon Jeopardy. Yeah, Amazon,
I love that.
I'll send you over I'll send you over
Yeah, you got to send me that.
the sheet so you guys can use it. Yeah, Prime Air
I'd
is what
love
the
that.
drone service is.
Prime Air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready for Prime Air. That will be
Yes.
pretty crazy. But once again, Pete, I would have to imagine if we're doing drone deliveries, there's got to be some
Oh
drone
God.
Prime Air reimbursements,
God
right?
forbid
Like,
those drones like collide midair or something. Like, yeah,
yeah,
something, or they just
you can't
drop
have
it and break.
lost. And
Yep.
yeah, that exactly. And although FBA distribution centers are not drones, I can still imagine things are getting pretty crazy in there. Which is, if you're a seller, you probably have seen that when you log into your Amazon Seller Central and you go to your shipments and you see missing inbound. It's nothing that anyone wants to see, but it definitely happens. And like Pete, as you know, it's not just missing inbound, right? There's missing inbound shipments, canceled shipments, damaged by carrier, lost in warehouse, damaged in warehouse, disposed by Amazon. Like there are just so many areas. As much as we love Amazon, there are definitely some areas where our products can go missing, damaged, lost with Amazon. So yeah, so that's what seller investigators solve. So seller investigators, it's a reimbursement tool by Carbon6. But really, the purpose of speaking about it today is not to tell you guys about seller investigators, but more so to just update you on what's going on with Amazon. So yeah, as Pete said, like up until now, Amazon has allowed sellers to go back 18 months to get the money back for any of these issues. So dollar value for cases of lost inventory, for damaged inventory. When you think about it now, 18 months actually, it's a pretty generous length of time, which is awesome because these things do happen and it can take time to be able to, go ahead to file the reimbursement. So Amazon has let sellers go back 18 months. And like what that means is I could be going back doing a free audit today and finding a shipment that was lost 16 months ago and get the money back. Which is pretty awesome. And Amazon kind of gives sellers that period of time to be able to get the money back. But with Amazon, as we know, the ever-changing world of Amazon is bringing a new change.
Yep.
So as of October 24th, Amazon is shortening that 18-month window to 60 days. So sellers are only going to have 60 days to go after those reimbursements. So for lost and damaged shipments, it's moving from 18 months to only 60 days. Lost in transit removals, it's going from 18 months between 15 to 75 days at the most. FBA customer returns, we're moving from 18 months to 120 days. So Amazon is definitely tightening that window. Which, if you have a process in place like seller investigators where they're going to recover money for you month after month after month, you're in a great spot. But if you aren't confident about your service or, you have a provider, you have an internal team, I always say like there's no harm in doing a free audit to see what can be recovered for you. And like,
yeah,
the beauty of it now, Pete, is like, I know you have some clients who we've been able to find some money for, but it's like, if not now, then never. Which is as crazy as it sounds, but yeah, if you don't get it now, you're going to lose it. So like now is the time for people to use, an Amazon partnered reimbursement service to get that money back before they can no longer go back that period of time.
And the best part, and again, another shameless plug, Jake would yell at me, he says no sales plugs. Another shameless plug is that you only pay us a percentage of what we find. So it's not like it's a tool that, even if we don't find anything, you still have to pay us. It's whatever we recover, that's just money in your pocket that we could be finding for you, that we could say maybe even, I don't know if you have any cases of this, but where you use Seller Investigator, you found out something that maybe Amazon did that the partner then took that and your client took that and used it to make sure it didn't happen again. But I'd love to hear any stories related to Seller Investigator crazy like that. But either way, it's money in your pocket that you wouldn't have if you didn't use the service. So and I'm biased, but there's objectively no reason to not give it a try and see just before this window closes, what Amazon could be possibly have owed to you, what Amazon could owe you.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Like I say, it's a win-win, right? There's no subscription charge to use a service like Seller Investigators. Like we just charge you a percentage of whatever we recover for you. And the nice thing is, Pete, like sellers are only actually paying us once the money's back in their account. So we put the funds directly back into the Seller Central account, and then we'll charge a commission on that. So we're really just charging you for money that you wouldn't get back otherwise.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, exactly. And especially like this time of year with Q4.
Yes.
I think it's Q4 coming up. I think, now's the time to focus on profitability. Any extra dollars that you can recover with seller investigators, put into your ad spend, put into ordering extra inventory. Like now's the time for that for sure. And the other kind of cool piece about seller investigators is that it's not a black box. It's not like you're outsourcing your reimbursements. You don't know what's going on. We have a pretty nice dashboard. It's completely transparent. So whenever our team files a case or recovers you money, you can log into the dashboard and see exactly what's going on. So it's a very collaborative process, working very closely with the sellers to ensure that we're getting everything back. And then you said if I have any unique or crazy stories, so I feel like I'll throw one at you.
Yes.
But I'm sure we're all kind of familiar with the classic switcheroo when a customer is doing a return. Order something, keep the product, and they go submit a return to Amazon, throw something else in that box. So I actually have a client who I've been working with for about 8 months now, and they sell a pretty expensive product, and they have a few customers who continue to buy it and then return what essentially is an empty water bottle. So Amazon is essentially giving the client the refund, the sellers being charged, and then they're not actually getting the product back. So we were able to recover this customer just about $2,000 because of these incorrect customer returns. So if it's not just helping with FBA discrepancies, but when you got silly customers on the other end who are doing stuff like that, we're able to get you the money back there as well, which is super helpful. And I know this client, like they were able to go and purchase more inventory with that $2,000 because they essentially lost all that inventory, right? So we're able to help to continue the sales cycle there.
Yeah. And I have no doubt that every single seller out here, whether you're a month in, whether you're 10 years in, has enough crazy stories from sellers to really say, listen, I need this. Like, I need someone to take care of this because I do not want to deal with these people. Because I know, as someone that has seen crazy reviews, as someone that has worked with crazy sellers, crazy buyers, I know this can be a very annoying problem that comes up most of the time. So definitely something worth looking into. If there's money owed, then why wouldn't you want that? Why would you let Amazon keep it? No offense, Jeff, but why would you let them keep it? So
yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know anyone who wants to just give money to Amazon for no reason. No. I think we all give Amazon enough money. So if there's a little bit for us to get back, I think it's always worth us recovering it for you. And like as I said, Pete, there's been reimbursement tools around for years and years, and they've been valuable and needed for years and years. But I would say, within the next 50 days is probably the most crucial time for any sellers. So like sellers out there who've been hesitant to do a reimbursement service, sellers, who have an internal team and don't know if anything's been left behind. Like I say, now's the time, do a free audit, get all that money back that Amazon's owing to you really before it is too late.
Because it like you said, Jordyn, it's going to be too late. It's either now or never. So
time is ticking.
The time is ticking. The clock is running out.
Yes.
Other phrases that means you got to do this now before it's too late.
Now's the time.
The egg is hatching. I don't know. Other things like that.
You're faster than me. You're good. You got some good synonyms there.
I've had some interesting phrases that I've been replacing lately. Mostly because they're just kind of. I guess I never thought about them. They're kind of weird. Like there's a phrase. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat. Like what is it? What?
Ooh.
Like what does that mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I've been saying there's.
You break it down. It's not good.
No, it's what are you doing?
No.
Who thought of that? But I've been saying instead there's a lot of ways to cook an egg. There are a lot of ways to cook this egg kind of thing because there's 100 ways to make an egg.
That one makes sense to me.
I like that a little better.
One,
it's a little more.
I'm not connecting with, but yeah.
It's a little more.
How do you want to scale this business?
Yes.
You want to scramble it? You want to flip it?
Sunny side
up it? Yeah. There you go. I like that one. I'm gonna add that one to my daily lingo.
Please take it. The other one too is kill two birds with one stone. I like birds, so I don't want to kill them with any
You want to kill
stone.
him?
So I say I cooked 2 meals in one pan because I like to cook. I'm a chef by my own self proclamation. And
I believe it.
so I do make we made a really good salmon and roasted veggies like Mediterranean dish last night.
Ooh,
Super
Pete, that
simple,
sounds
but
good.
I'll send you some pictures. It was really good.
Yeah.
Came out nice.
Send me some pictures. I was going to say invite me for dinner.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. We're down here in Dallas. If we
Sounds
ever make the
delicious.
flight. So, but yeah, no, it came out really good. But I'm just saying, like, I like birds. I'm one of those people. I'm a bird person. When I see a cool bird, I stop and I get excited. I'm like, oh wow. I love seeing herons like on my canal back home. There's a lot of blue herons back there, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Or I'm getting away from the point here, which was a side point to our main discussion, was that instead of saying kill two birds with one stone, let's make 2 meals in one pan and do this and that together. So 2 phrases for you, Jordyn, and everyone out there who doesn't want to talk about animal violence in their daily life, to use in that. So yeah,
I like that. I'm going to add that one.
please.
I absolutely will. But no, I think that, yeah, as you said, like, now's the time. I'm trying to think of a good acronym too for filing for reimbursements. You got one last shot.
The cookies are done in the oven. Time to pull them out.
The cookies are done in the oven. You're so right. I don't know how you like your steak. Personally, I'm a medium rare girl.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad we agree. But I would just say, if I had a steak right now that was cooking, I would say it's almost well done. It's almost well done. It's almost well done. It's almost overcooked.
Get it off.
Now is the time to get that off the grill.
Yep.
And to make sure that we can preserve the steak.
Get the steak off the heat. It's getting to be a hockey puck. Yeah. No, I like it. You're right.
Exactly.
This is the time.
October 24th, that steak turns into a hockey puck.
You're done. You're not eating that. So
no,
give that to your dog.
There you go.
No offense to anybody who likes their steak well done. I do know some people that do that, and
I do too.
Maybe like a little.
I get some slack from some of my coworkers for what I'm saying. We've had some steak conversations, but
gosh, no, maybe a little offense, maybe a little teeny bit of offense to all of Jordyn's coworkers that are watching this that like their steak to not have flavor and texture to it. So
at least I know if I ever come for dinner, my steak will be good.
You have a good steak, exactly.
No, that's awesome.
I definitely agree. And I'd love to hear more about a little bit, maybe wrap it up here a little bit about just what what your process is for seller investigators, like what, maybe like a high level overview of what you guys do, to really understand where the money is owed, kind of identify the problems, identify where people can get reimbursed. If that's not something that's like your secret sauce, kind of Chick-fil-A recipe kind of thing. Yeah.
Happy to share. No Chick-fil-A over here. That's kind of one of the things that Seller Investigators really does pride ourselves on, is that we're so transparent with what we do. So we have, our software tool. So anyone goes to sellerinvestigators.com, you can sign up for a free audit. So we have an automated software that allows our team to run a full comprehensive 18-month look back on your account. So, we connect through an API connection. We ask for 4 permissions, and those 4 permissions allow us to see what is recoverable for you from your shipments. So the cool thing is, it's a really fast process, Pete. It takes up to really just 48 hours at the most for us to get you the audit results. So if someone signs up, we'll be able to use our software to see the results of what we can recover. And I would say the reason that we are so fast and so good at what we do is because we have an awesome team. So we have about 400 employees who are manually filing these cases. So as much as we love technology and software, I think we all know software cannot do it all. We got a combination of software and some incredible people that work directly to file all these cases. So we will submit the cases and do everything that's needed to settle the cases and to get the money back. So I would say, we have an awesome team. And the other thing is we have a ton of support. So like if you're a seller, you're having trouble finding a document or something that you may need, like we have 400 people sitting at their desks ready to help at all times.
Ready to go. Love it.
Yes. So that's one of the awesome things, as I mentioned, like it really isn't a black box working with us. You got people like me you can speak to. You have a dashboard that you can log into to see exactly what's going on. And the awesome thing about our dashboard is everything is broken down very clearly. If you want to look at your lost shipments, we'll see what was lost in transit. We'll see what is lost in warehouse. We'll show you when we filed the case. We'll show you how much we expect to get back for you. And we'll show you the second it's back into your account. So as a seller, you can have the confidence that if you don't want to speak to me and pick up the phone, you can feel comfortable that you can just log into that dashboard and know exactly what it is that we're doing. We also help with the customer returns, overages with weights and dimensions. So as a seller, if you are, sending a product into Amazon and Amazon is saying that product is bigger or heavier than it really is, we all know that can add up really, really fast. If Amazon is charging you an extra 50 cents per product and you're sending in 1,000 products, that can add up really quickly.
$500.
So the other,
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Pete. So the other cool thing we do is that we're able to say, whoa, that product is not that heavy. That product is not that big. And we'll recover the money back for you for weights and dimensions. So we'll take in your weights, we'll take in your dimensions, and we'll ensure that there are no areas where Amazon is getting that money from you.
Getting that leg up on you. Yeah. And I feel like that's a hidden part of this process, and really just the entire Amazon thing, is that people will submit their weights and dimensions, but they're not always taken into consideration. I mean, Amazon gets it and they weigh it, and they might have something, God forbid, something happens. Again, we mentioned this at the FBA warehouse, where there are human beings working there, so there's bound to be some sort of error, where they maybe record your weight wrong, and maybe it's only off by half a gram or even less, but that's going to add up for the amount of units you sell. And maybe it went unnoticed because you just accepted, okay, that's just what Amazon charges, because most people, I would think, do that nowadays, are just like, all right, that's just what Amazon's fee is, and it's fine. I'm still making, 10 grand, but that 10 grand could have maybe been 12 grand or 13 grand because of these incorrect weights and dimensions. Now you're being, nicked another 3 grand or so. So something to really consider when I guess considering doing one of these services, is that you might be thinking like, oh, Amazon lost my package, or Amazon hasn't lost my package, or I haven't done any of that. But there's more to it than just get lost in shipment or broken or damaged or whatever. So definitely something to keep in the back of your mind.
For sure. And that's exactly it, Pete. I think, we all know that Amazon charges for new fees all the time. And I think that, there's a ton of reimbursement softwares out there that don't, track weights and dimensions. So I think a lot of the time, people don't even know that this is an area where Amazon's overcharging them, right? We're focused on our lost, our damaged, our missing inbound. And then I've had some clients who have been pleasantly surprised and really have been able to recover so much in an area they didn't even know that they were being overcharged in. So I always not love seeing Amazon take money, but I love when I can, get someone excited and show them hey, we can recover this for you when they didn't know it was possible. I think that's one of my favorite parts of my job is, being able to pleasantly surprise people and putting money back in their lap that they can reinvest into growing other areas of the business.
Absolutely. Same thing that we say, Velocity, our goal is to not just, we don't want to just collect a paycheck from you. We want to help you grow your business and take things off your mind that, you don't have to worry about, because we're going to worry about it and take care of it, so you can add more products and expand, your product line. So same page there. So glad we agree on that,
yes,
on that front.
For sure.
Amazon is super annoying. And then we
definitely have similar values there, because yes, we're here to help. Amazon, we need Amazon, we love Amazon. They can bite us in the foot.
Yeah. It's a love-hate relationship. So, it's a two birds versus two meals relationship kind of thing, I guess, birds, to tie it back in.
What's going to get it first?
Yes. Yeah.
Back to our birds.
Yes.
You are a big bird guy, Pete.
I love birds. Look at my hat.
There you go. No. Okay. You really
I was super happy when they announced, this was, I think, and I'm, again, dating myself, I guess a little bit, but when we at Velocity announced our brand change, because it used to be our logo was a V, I think I was 2 months into the company, and I was like, yes, a bird company. Sweet.
That's awesome.
But no, I think it really is just super important to make sure that, you, like I said, you love Amazon. You have to use Amazon. It's a necessity if you're an e-commerce business, for the most part, unless you're super niche or you're on Storage Wars and you only have one product, you're selling on eBay. I love that show.
So good.
But it's a necessity. It's something that you want to make sure you know the ins and outs of, you're not just kind of coasting along, that you understand where all of your money is going to, and you're really keeping a close eye on what you're doing and all the different processes that go on. Because if not, some things can get away with you or get away from you, and really make it hard to keep margins maybe at some point, or maybe one mistake costs you a lot more money than you think. So it's really crucial to stay on top of all this.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't have said it better myself. All things that are super needed in Amazon business. And Pete, you know how to run an Amazon business, so
Thank you.
all your clients can be happy to know that you and the team at Velocity Sellers, like, you guys really are on top of absolutely everything.
We're on it.
You guys are on it.
Cool.
So we love working with you.
Right back at you. Like I said, feeling is very mutual. We love the Carbon6 services. So the last thing I want to ask you about, and is normally what I finish with, because I think it's the most exciting, is what's in store for Carbon6? What's on the horizon for 2025, quarter 4 this year? Anything that you can share with us? Anything about AI? Anything about the different Amazon services? Anything new that our viewers and myself personally should keep an eye out for?
Yeah, good question. So Carbon6, we have a busy Q4 and a busy, oh my goodness, it's going to be 2025 already in January.
Yes.
That is wild. But yeah, we got a busy Q4. We got an exciting year ahead. Actually, something super exciting that I can announce is that we actually just launched our European office this week. So as of this week, we have an awesome team. They just started in Belfast. So we've hit the ground in Ireland, and we're ready to go. So we have our sales team there, and we're going to be really expanding and pushing hard in the European markets. So that's super exciting. We're going to be traveling. We're going to be at Amazon Accelerate next week with the Velocity Sellers team, which will be incredible. Heading to Amazon Innovate in New York. Maybe we'll see you guys there. Going to Southern Seller Fest in Singapore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're going global. Very busy. And yes, very busy. I think DSP is something that is becoming really, really big in the Amazon world for Q4 in 2025. I know we spoke about external traffic and diversifying with external traffic, and DSP is really just going to double down on that. So I think, looking at Q4 at Carbon6 2025, our biggest goals are really to expand globally and to help sellers all over the world, and to really continue to keep educating sellers about, all the things we have here. DSP is going to be really, really big this year, which is exciting.
Sweet. No, that's great. I know we're excited to go to a couple different conferences this year, finish up as well, and really finish the year strong. So exciting stuff. Cool.
Awesome.
Well, Jordyn, I want to thank you so much for coming on today and talking to me about Carbon6 and really the different services and why it's important to, stay on top of your Amazon business, as if people didn't know that already, but really kind of hammering that home. Any final thoughts for us today on everything we talked about, really?
Yeah. Well, firstly, thank you so much for having me on the podcast. It was awesome to be here. Final thoughts to leave you with is, don't let that steak turn into a hockey puck. We have less than 2 months. Time is ticking. And I think now is the time just for everyone to make sure that you can recover all that money owed to you. All the sellers listening, I wish you a successful and fruitful Q4. And if you ever need help with anything Amazon, me and Peter, always here to help.
We're here to help. Amen. Well, couldn't have said it better myself, to use a phrase from your book. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you liked this episode, make sure to like and subscribe to stay on top of all the different Amazon news that we'll be sharing, as well as all these cool guests that I'm talking to. And again, thanks for watching. Everybody, I'm Velocity Pete, and we will see you next week.